Tonight's episode is brought to you by the Be Real Podcast Network. For more episodes like this, go to BREELnetwork.com. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another awesome episode of Movie Guys Podcast. I am Jordan, along here with Eric and Ed, and we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I had a better opening than that, but I forgot the guy's name. Taserface. I was going to say I was Taserface, but anywho.
Wow,
There
Mary
we go.
fucking Poppins.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
But anyway, rewind. I'm Taserface with Eric and Ed. Anyway, but thank you so much for joining us. We're excited to talk about this. I don't know where all three of us stand with this. We all talk about our movie experiences, but I will say right off the bat, I was not a Guardians of the Galaxy fan, but because of this movie, I have been converted into a fan. So I'm definitely excited to talk about this with you guys. Where do you guys stand? Are you guys fans of the comic? Are you guys familiar with the lore? I mean, do you guys know anything about Guardians of the Galaxy?
Well, you know, in my memory, Guardians of the Galaxy were sort of an ancillary set of characters. Like they were there, and then they got an Infinity Gem or Soul Gem, now the Infinity Stones, and so they had to come in to help in the war with Thanos. But that was it. But they had to make the movie, and when I heard they were making the movie, it's like, okay, now they're sort of reaching. You could have given that to something else. And the first one was incredible. It was probably my favorite of all of them. Then I just felt a little disappointed with this one. I mean, not that it wasn't funny, not that it wasn't good, but it wasn't as good as the first one in my personal opinion.
Well, we'll get into that one, but no, I'm the same way. I did not ever read the comic. It was pretty obscure from what I understand. Like it was just kind of like, not necessarily bottom shelf, but in an age where they're just kind of pumping out comics and they just kind of did this one. It wasn't one of the mainstream popular ones. Or maybe I that's what I took it as. That's my interpretation of it. But yeah, the movie came out. I had to do some research on it. I didn't know all the characters completely. I knew some of them because of crossing over characters or storylines. But the movie I thought was fantastic. The first one, I remember walking out of it just going like, yeah, that was actually pretty fucking. Like, there's like a few movies where I'm just like, I went into it like, I don't know what the hell this is about. I remember walking out going, yeah, this is awesome. That was like, I think this one, like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, was where I was like, you know what? Every part of that, front to back.
Ooh, Scott Pilgrim fan here, everybody. Ooh.
That was a great. Edgar Wright did a great job with that movie, just like he does with most of his movies, if not all of them. But yeah, I think that the first Guardians of the Galaxy, just front to back, it established itself early, and you went along with a good time the entire movie.
No, yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I always had a struggle with Guardians of the Galaxy because I just was not into it. The movie came out for me. The original movie came out for me at a time where it was like superheroes up the ass, and I was just kind of getting burnt out. Then Ed, same thing as you. Like Marvel presents Guardians of the Galaxy. What the? Oh God, they're just throwing in the D list now. Like everything's gonna be a superhero. But no, I was pleasantly surprised. But definitely my theater experience. Today's Wednesday. We always record on Wednesday for behind the scenes for the fans. And I went by myself because of my new work schedule. I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I went to the 11 o'clock first showing, not 3D.
The early bird
morning.
special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Lord, I sent you guys a message about it. There was 10 of us in the theater, and every single one of them was nerd, fat, definitely single. I'm like, oh God. So this could be my movie experience for the next however many years I work there. So I'm excited to see what Alien's gonna be.
I
But
probably the
thoroughly
safe
enjoyed
thing
the
to go
shit
see it
out
at
of it. How
that.
about you guys? Yeah, I know. Did you guys go see it like opening weekend? Did you guys have a big crowd? What you guys experience?
I went Sunday with my dad because he wanted to see it because he liked the first one, and it was midday. It was middle of the afternoon. Now we went to a 2D version. We got there slightly late and got the best seats in the house. It was not even a quarter of the way full.
Wow, at the same theater that we all went to?
Yeah,
Really? Okay.
yeah.
Wow. Eric, how about you, buddy?
I went on a Thursday. I went so the early show. So it
Ah.
opened up on
Oh, you did
Friday,
you?
and you know how some theaters, or I don't know, maybe you don't because of your ghetto ass theaters, but some of the theaters around here they leak over, and I think it's to alleviate or make more money probably, but you just kind of space out so more people can see it, I guess. But yeah, they start showing it at like Thursday after 7 p.m. is when they start doing regular, and so I saw it at 7:30 on a Thursday.
Nice.
Packed
Wow.
house. Yep, it was full top to bottom. We had
Didn't
to.
this already make 140 million, Eric?
It's made quite. You opening day? You mean? Here,
Well, I
let
mean,
me
like opening weekend, I guess.
pull up the stats here. But
Which, by the way, while you're pulling it up, that's a little bit unfair if you think about it. That the big movies get to open at the end of the day on Thursday, and they still count it as the weekend.
yeah, and yeah, but the same goes for the movies that open up on holidays or blockbusters open
Yeah,
up on Wednesdays. Um,
yeah.
Art House is don't they usually open up like on Tuesdays or some weird shit like that?
Well, that's so that they can have as many days as possible to count money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because last time I looked, it was like 140 million. I don't know if that was even correct.
Yeah, I'm pulling up big numbers right now. It's opening weekend is at domestic 168, so almost 170 million right now. Worldwide, it's at a half a billion, just about. I'm
Jeez.
rounding up. It's
Half a
at
billion worldwide?
450 actually, if I'm being a little bit generous.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow. That's pretty good numbers,
it's
boys.
yeah, its opening weekend was 146, which is definitely a good opening right there.
Absolutely.
But
So
unfortunately, when they make the third one, it's not going to have that strong of an opening.
you don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I think that this is going to be. Ed's going to kill me. This is going to be the new Star Wars trilogy, the original
Shut the
Star Wars
fuck
trilogy.
up.
This is definitely going to be that. They are
Oh
playing it.
no, not at all, dude.
Not yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
Yeah.
you wrong.
I thought about it on my way home. I was like, Guardians of the Galaxy. If they make part three, this is like a
They
New
they
Hope,
will make part
Empire.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is like a New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. I mean, you got the first movie, which you introduce all the characters. All the characters got to get together to join the team. We all have our ones, our lovers, our comedian, all that stuff. Our furry friend, you know. The second movie is so dark and ends on such a down note, and you just feel so depressed.
What? Dude,
The third
you
movie,
need you need to smoke some weed before you go see this goddamn movie, man. Because
really,
because
really,
albeit emotional, I understand that, but the entire tone of the movie kind of kept the faith of what Guardians of the Galaxy was made famous for, which is again just whimsical kind of fun, comic book fun, and they did a pretty good job with it too. You know what? I'll meet you halfway on it being a little bit more darker or in depth, just because they really went into character growth in this movie on all of them too, and then some too. On Yandu, they did went into his development a bit more too, and you really
yeah,
got to see a lot of these characters shine and a lot more in a better way that any other Marvel movie or comic book movie for that matter has done in the past. And I think it's partly just because it's not like their background is complex or anything, but it's just it's actually far from it. It's actually just quite simple, and that we already had the origin story, from all of them. So we already get the base of it too. So that's why this sequel is a bit better, is because they can explore the characters a bit more. They don't need to do origins anymore. The reason why the second Batman movie was better is because you already knew what the first Batman was all about.
That's assuming
Sure,
Batman's any good.
sure, but I mean, I guess the reason why that
I
I'm kind
mean,
of
the
comparing.
Dark Knight, I should say then.
Yeah,
The
no,
Dark
I
Knight.
hated those movies. I
Yeah,
hated
he
them.
did. We've discussed that for
Well, you
20
know,
years.
I know a billion people that
Um,
would disagree with you.
it's just
Yeah.
um, okay. The reason why I'm comparing it to Empire, the reason why I'm even putting it in the same ballpark it's just because.
Which, by the way, already high praise already.
No, yeah, oh yeah. I mean, this movie's great. High praise for it. It's just the reason why is that I don't think that Empire started out dark. It just turned into that, and I think the movie started to take a turn when you find out that. Oh Jesus Christ!
Peter
Kurt
Quill.
Russell.
Drax.
Thank you. Wow, brain fart. Kurt Russell. When you find that that Kurt Russell's character has killed all the children that that did not possess the power that Star
Aptly
Lord
named
did.
Ego, by the way.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, wow, he's killed all these. That's a lot of skeletons. And then all of a sudden, you got the big ending, which we'll talk about later. A major character dies, and the last scene of the movie, besides the ending credits, is a Rocket shedding a tear. I
Again,
mean, very, very down note,
Ye-
very bleak.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Eric.
I know Rocket, the second movie that he's ended with a tear.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to reiterate something. I mean, Jordan, I mean, I see what you're saying. I can see the comparison. Like the first one was brought out not thinking it was going to do anything, and became huge. So then they schedule a second one. But it keeps in line with the stories of every trilogy. Really, the second one is darker. The second one doesn't end on a good note because you've got to finish it in the third one. So they just kept the concept of finishing a story, or excuse me, a trilogy that way. Where I think you're sort of wrong in the sense that, like, of course of course they're going to make a trilogy because they're all coming together for the Infinity Wars. And that's the brilliance of this Marvel universe, is the fact that they're all telling separate stories that are coming together, and they're going to start doing that when the Infinity Wars comes out, which is next year, I think. Am I right on that, or maybe the year after?
Oh no, it's coming up soon. 2018, I thought.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, it's
next,
coming out summer of
yeah.
18.
So next year, when Infinity Wars comes out, that's when they're going to start bringing the entirety of the story together, which is the most brilliant thing, in my opinion, in the history of film that we've never, ever, ever seen before. Because you've got these 412 movies that Marvel has made. It's not that many. I'm exaggerating, but they're all coming together for those two movies.
And we still have more characters like Spider-Man, boys. We still have a
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Yeah,
movie coming out, and this Spider-Man looks dope as fuck too. Like
yeah.
I'm
I'm
I
excited
am
to review Spider-Man
I'm
with you guys.
actually hyped for a fucking Spider-Man movie, man. Like I
Same.
seriously, you know what? And all, hats off to Andrew Garfield, because I really did like that movie, and I really did like him as Peter Parker too. I really did not like him at first because I was like, no, there's no way. But dude, just he did a really good job, and it's okay that Marvel didn't keep him on because this new character, I could totally see that part too. But I just wanted to say that because Toby is not my Spider-Man, not my Spider-Man. But
Nice,
that's gonna
nice.
be awesome. This picture I'm looking at right now is with Robert Downey Jr., Spider-Man. I forgot the kid's name. I'm sure I need to. Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, all in the same set, and it's just like they're in
but you
costume,
but
looking
you
fucking
but you
dope.
know why Chris Pratt's there.
Yeah,
You know, so I mean, I loved Spider-Man 1 and 2, like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I loved them. And I was not a fan of the Amazing Spider-Man, but that was also the original story they told of Spider-Man. I wasn't a fan of the movie because sometimes comics like that are that campy just don't translate. But I'm with you guys now that they're bringing it into the Marvel universe, like the cinematic universe. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually 100% on Eric's side on this whole Spider-Man thing. Yeah, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is not my Spider-Man. I actually was a pretty big fan of the Amazing Spider-Man movies 1 and 2. I thought Andrew Garfield did a good job, and I thought the sequel was really good. A lot of people do not agree with that opinion, but the same thing that the Amazing Spider-Man 2 did for me is what Guardians of the Galaxy 2 did for me. Again, like I said at the beginning of the show, boys, I was not a huge fan of the original Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean the first one, it just didn't do it for me. But this movie just really hit home on so many different cylinders. I thought not only was the acting terrific in this, I thought the story was really good, and the visual effects was.
Oh
It's getting
God,
harder and harder for me to tell what's a puppet and what's a fucking CGI creation.
so
It's
much eye
ridiculous.
candy. This movie opened up on a good note. Like this is why I think I appreciate it is because the storytelling is actually pretty good on this too. It opens up with a question that we left off with on the first movie, right? Like Peter Quill's dad, what's he all about, you know? And
Yeah.
it starts off with that, you know, and him courting his mom in the woods, and even throwing out that plant that he that Kurt Russell's planted into the earth. He's just like, oh well, we plant it now, it'll grow into something later. Like even that, then to throw it back later on in the movie because you knew it
Mm.
was. Yeah, like it's just good the way they set that up. I and then the opening to this one was fantastic too, where you have the Guardians kind of on a platform guarding the galaxy.
Guardians,
Guarding.
they are the Guardians are guarding these batteries or these tubes or whatever for these gold people, and Baby Groot is I don't guys
That was a great opening sequence, man. Like
Oh my goodness, it was
guys
brilliant.
it was really
who
good.
okay we're all okay I'm so sorry but I got to who's cuter Baby Groot or BB-8?
Oh, BB-8.
Yeah, I'd say BB-8.
Really, Baby Groot? I think I'm gonna go with Baby Groot on this one. The Baby Groot's adorable.
Well,
Droid, please.
Baby Groot's an idiot. BB-8 helps. He helps.
And he gives thumbs
No, at
up.
the end,
Baby Groot
Baby
can't do
Groot
thumbs up.
saves the day. Baby Groot saves the day because he remembered to press the right button.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Come on, he's fucking adorable, man. I mean, Baby
Well, they
Groot
even made
is
mention of
awesome.
it in the theater. I mean, in the movie, right? Where he's just like, "Oh no, he's too adorable to kill."
Yeah, I know. Which they said which in the credits. Okay, so let's talk about the credits. Eric, you brought that up.
No, well, we got to keep on going with the start of the movie, man. So I mean, like it opens
No,
up with an
yeah,
opening sequence, and then
it was
automatically
great.
you have like these secondary villains. The what are they? The Sovereign or
I just call them the gold
Yes.
people, but you know.
yeah, great, like just awesome secondary character throughout all this, or a secondary villain throughout all this too. I love that they're just keep on coming back. I love that their ships are all, you know, robot controlled, so they just kind of you're kind of fucked either way. It's
Yeah,
I liked it.
I agree.
It was good.
And the last bit of thing that I wanted to say about the opening credits is I was surprised that Vin Diesel voiced Baby Groot because Baby Groot had 4 lines.
3.
And 3. And then Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah, slide.
I did
Oh,
not know that.
can we?
Yeah. Now, here is some history that I had to do some research on with them. Okay. The Ravengers were the original Guardians to a certain degree.
Okay.
Does that make
Okay.
sense? So the reason, like, you've got Sylvester Stallone doing this part now, which is a minor part, and he builds the story for the Ravengers. You know, they're one of those things. They're basically they're pirates with a heart. Okay, and
Okay.
again, I had to do some research because I was not knowledgeable of Guardians of the Galaxy before the original, and I had to do some research on this one too. So apparently they're like, Pirates of the Caribbean. He's still a pirate. He still steals shit, but he does it for a goal and a common purpose. And for, Robin Hood steals from the rich to give to the poor. So that's sort of the original concept of the Ravengers, that they were the original sort of Guardians of the Galaxy, but they were but for hire, which we find out the Guardians are as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming, and this is a big assumption, but I think I'm not making a far leap, that the reason Sylvester Stallone was in this movie is because they're going to have a huge part in 3, as well as the Infinity Wars. That's
And the
just an
rest
assumption.
of the Expendables, you'll see them.
Yeah, yeah.
Twist: Sylvester Stallone is actually Star-Lord's father. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
he is a human.
He may be his father, but I'm his daddy.
nice. Because
Oh.
here's you guys ever watch it? And I'm giving them a plug, and I don't know why I've never given them a plug before because they deserve it. You guys ever watch Mojo on YouTube?
I have.
I have not.
Like their top 10 stuff. Amazing. Check out Watch Mojo. They have top 10s on everything. So today, they just posted it earlier today. Top 10 facts about Guardians of the Galaxy, stuff that that's different from the comics to the movie. What's different in the comics about Star-Lord's father is Star-Lord's father was just an emperor,
Okay.
Okay.
not a god. And his kingdom got overthrown by some other alien race or whatever, and he goes to Earth to escape from being killed, falls in love with Star-Lord's mom, impregnates her, but then when he finds out that he can go back to his homeworld because the alien race that killed his race is now destroyed, he has the tough decision. He leaves the mom and he goes. He doesn't give her a brain tumor, and he's not some evil god. He's just an emperor. Who's to say that Sly Stallone is not an emperor? I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, the way that they did this was pretty fucking dope. I mean, even the way that it progressed from defending the batteries to kind of backstabbing the Sovereign to being chased out, being crash landed, and have the dad save them. I mean, automatically it goes right into it. It was really cool the way they introduced Kurt Russell's character and kind of what he was trying to do. Those visuals, his planet was gorgeous.
And
Mm-hmm.
Mantis was with
Yeah,
them too. Is that a new character you guys know? Is that a new?
I
Never.
don't know. I don't know. I know the Sovereign are. The Sovereign are nowhere else in any I mean, I could be wrong about that, but I don't remember them from anything.
yeah, not really. I don't know. But I mean, this part of kind of Marvel is kind of not not the one I followed.
True.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but I mean,
Drax.
we get to. This is where we get to see like a lot of the character development here. We get to see Star Lord with a father figure, what he thinks is his father. We get to see Gamora and Nebula kind of do like their sister thing, and then I hate you, but I kind of love you. Uh,
Yeah.
we get Drax and kind of his story of his family and how his wife
God, I love
doesn't
Drax.
like dancing. He was a very bright character in this movie, don't you think? That laugh
No,
is
yeah,
very contagious.
he's so much fun. I mean, we all know that I'm a big Bond fan, and after seeing Guardians, I thought he was really good in it because not all the time, guys. I think we would agree that WWE wrestlers that turn into actors in movies are not really that good.
The Rock, bull fucking shit.
Yeah,
Well,
Hulk Hogan.
difference of opinion.
Are you forgetting the
Yeah,
entire filmography of
and
Suburban
also you're forgetting
Commando
my wife's favorite
classics?
movie. Yeah, but guys, I mean, the best WWE actor is my wife's favorite movie, Roddy Piper for They Live. Come
Yeah,
on,
there you go.
right? Right? She loves that.
Kick ass and
Quick
chew
story
gum.
before I continue on with Drax. Yeah, I just gotta tell you that real quick. Then we'll go back to Drax. For years, and Ed, you were part of this when we did the studio and stuff. We would always say, us guys randomly would just quote movie quotes for no reason in conversation because we're nerds. And we would always say, I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. And for years, Gina had no idea what the hell that meant. She just thought we were being stupid. And then I recorded They Live on the DVR one time, and I showed her the scene. She goes, "Oh my God, that's a real scene." And I showed her the whole movie. I hate the movie. I think it's a piece of shit garbage.
It's a lame movie, man.
but Gina loved it. She thought it was great.
All
But
right.
anyway,
I always thought it was
but
Duke
anyway,
Nukem.
no, well, Duke Nukem stole it, but
Oh, well.
anywho, but Drax, I just want to have a whole movie about Drax. He's so
No, you
freaking
don't.
fun.
He can't carry. He's
No,
Okay,
he
fine.
can't carry. He's
You're right.
secondary
You're right.
character.
You're right. You're
But
right. He can't carry, but that laugh. You're right, Eric. That laugh is
while this is happening though, now you have the other side stories of Rocket and Yondu going on, and they're interesting. Like I like it. I actually really like Michael Rooker as Yondu. Like it's a really good character for him. It really is. I like him a lot. I think everyone agrees with me who's seen this movie that it is like he stole the movie. So that's what I
You
think.
know what? And it's yes, Eric again all night. I have agreed with you. The only two roles that this guy is famously playing for me is Yondu and also the redneck brother for The Walking Dead.
And
I mean,
he's been incredible in those two
What
things.
about Mallrats?
Well, of course.
He was in Mallrats and he was in some other great stuff that I seen him in before. The
Would you
Walking
like a
Dead.
chocolate covered pretzel?
So I mean, like he's really good in it. Rocket. I felt like I felt like Rocket kind of got the short end of the stick in this movie. You know, I mean, he had some scenes after they got kidnapped, but really, by and large, he was kind of absent from the movie. This was more Star Lords and I'm sorry, Gamora. Is that her name, Gamora?
Yep.
It's more their story than anybody else's. Everybody else kind of gets the
No, you get
second
Drax.
tier.
It's like there was that very touching moment when Mantis touched him and felt the pain, and he's just kind of sitting there, just like, yeah, this is just another day, bitch.
Yeah.
What you guys think of Mantis, by the way? That actress was very interesting playing her. I really hope she's not a part of the team in the future. I hope she's just like a sidekick. Because I don't see her kicking ass. You know what I mean?
Well, she
I don't
doesn't.
think she'll be as strong.
Well, yeah, she puts a god to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know
A
what?
celestial, excuse me, not quite a god. God with a little g.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But giving Peter Quill this whole celestial power thing too, like I hope that'll, maybe turn into something else. But
Well,
it's
Well, he can use the force now, apparently.
no,
No,
not
he
anymore.
can't.
Not on that. Not on that planet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
maybe. Well, who knows? Like those things that Ego had planted on the other planets. Maybe he can go there, and I mean, he has it in him. So
Yeah.
because we don't. I mean, do we really know what that black blue goo was on Earth? I mean, what is that really? Was that supposed to engulf Earth and destroy it?
sure, maybe
Which
it's
it
just
was
a
really
blob.
cool that they went back to Earth, by the way, for that.
Yeah.
They're, I mean, obviously we know Earth exists, but like they're sort of nodding to the fact that like, yeah, Earth is still here, guys, in this movie.
You know what? And you know what? That is.
Where are the Avengers when that
I
shit happened? Like, do you think they'd be like, whoa, hey guys, like we've been doing this for a while. The Avengers, some weird Avenger type shit is happening over here, where like a
Good point.
huge area has been just
Well, but
engulfed in a black blob over here. We really need you to come look at this. They
well,
go over there.
remember
Yeah, they
that they
don't
all
know.
they broke up now. They're broken up, but they're sort of back together. But they're doing their own thing.
Okay.
So like they wouldn't be able to get there in time because really, how long did that fight last? 45 minutes. You know what I mean? They
at
couldn't
the
have
end?
got. They couldn't have got there in 45 minutes.
No, I guess
Um,
I guess not. But again, this is Marvel we're talking about, so
That's true.
they probably could have gotten there in 45 minutes. Quicksilver could have.
So since this is
Ah.
a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the last Marvel movie was Civil War, right? So this is after Civil War, right? I mean, Civil War's already happened in this world, right?
Well, I'm not Eric. I'm gonna have to defer to you on that because I don't remember the chronological order of it.
Presumably, yeah. I mean, it's not going to matter. This is in the galaxy, so.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, if you keep a track, yeah, but I don't think it would. I don't think it would matter too much. But yeah, I guess so.
I do have some gripes. Eric, you may really like this. Ed has not really. Ed, you haven't really said what you didn't like about it, but for me, what I didn't like about it, guys, was I like the fact, that his dad was a god. That felt out of place for me a little bit. And the biggest gripe I had
You did not
was
like
that
it. It was great.
no, did not like it. And also, what I didn't like was when the fact that Chris Pratt turns literally into Superman at the end, like literally turns into Superman. And I'm just like, oh,
Or Pac-Man.
okay. So yeah, Pac-Man was funny, but he turns into Superman. And I'm like, oh, really? So Star-Lord's Superman now, right? It's
Yeah.
like Star-Lord's not Superman. I felt that was
No, I mean you're.
unnecessary.
I understand. I get your gripe, but it was kind of mildly explained, obviously, with the power that Star Lord can kind of have on this planet. So I
But do
mean,
you guys like the fact that we find out that Yondu has actually been a good guy this entire time, but we just think he's bad because he didn't want to turn Star Lord. Oh, I
never
mean, did you guys
since
like that?
Professor Snape. You know.
Really, you're gonna throw that with the Professor Snape category? Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna say that because that twist ending was like that was the big what the fuck in Harry Potter. Like everything else about Harry being a Horcrux, fuck that. But yeah, and this one was kind of in the I don't want to deter too much, but this one was nice to know that, and you kind of suspected that because of the tones in the movie where they're just like, why would why would a captain keep a boy, type thing. And the way his attitude or response would be, his body language, which again, Michael Rooker, thank you very much for being such an awesome actor in a blue suit. And yeah, you could tell there's something there. He has a connection to that boy, and like it's in a way that's almost very paternal. And it's just it was a good touch. I liked it.
Might not be your
Tough
father,
love.
boy. Might not be your father, boy, but I am your daddy.
Yeah, it was.
Nice.
It's a fucking great line, dude. And that line is gonna probably solidify it. Then I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. I've been hashtagging that ever since I got to the movie theater. I'm Mary
Nice.
Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, that's true. You did.
It was fantastic.
Ed,
But
you said you don't like. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm done.
No, I'm very okay. Ed, you said you don't like some stuff. I mean, Eric and I are praising it. What's up with you, buddy?
Well, I mean, I just think that because one caught me so out of left field that it was so good and it was like the absolute best. And I put it up there with Iron Man 2 because Iron Man 2 is fucking really good. But all in all, I think they tried to recapture what they caught in the first one, and rather than just sort of let it happen. And this has always been a big thing for me in film, is that a lot of this jokes felt forced, and I think that to me just some of them weren't funny. I heard other people laughing. I just didn't find them funny. I found Drax hilarious.
Yeah.
And but that's his character. Like he is a forced thing. Like he is unable to hold in his emotions. He has no filter. He says that as much in the first one.
Yeah.
But like you had said, the fact that his dad turns out to be a child-eating god, like that's kind of stupid. Granted, it's a comic book world, and I'm a comic book fan, but
I've heard much worse in
yeah,
comic book. I mean, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that it was like it caught me so much off guard in that regard, in that sense, as it was like it just sort of felt forced. And
Just
the
again, to also in the comic book world, there is also a giant mutant called Galactus who just eats worlds.
yeah, I get that, but I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't good. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the film. I think they did a great job, and they took characters that 5 years ago nobody gave a shit about, and made them, and made them funny, and made people want to see this story, and so they did that. That's a great thing. I just didn't personally enjoy it as much as I did the first one, and I'm chalking it up to me being kind of a douchebag and saying I was caught off guard by the first one. I didn't expect to be caught off guard in this one, and I wasn't. And I'm just sort of holding to my thoughts on this, that 3 is going to be better, because that's just, I'm just hoping that, it's just that they're not going to try to recapture what was natural in the first one.
Eric, what do you think about that?
I mean, Marvel's been doing okay with trilogies. Iron Man made it this far, so we'll see how Thor do when it comes out.
Yeah, what'd you guys think of that trailer? I mean, I know we've seen the trailer at home on YouTube, but that Thor Ragnarok trailer is this is the only Thor movie that I'm excited to see, to be honest with
It's looking intense, man. I'm ready for it.
you. Really
So,
excited for it.
I'm excited for yeah. And you know what? Another good part of the movie that they do so damn well in Guardians is the soundtrack. Everyone loves the soundtrack. Volume 1, and we got Volume 2 on here too. And just to have the entire movie actually go around Brandy, Looking Glass's Brandy.
Which is a great song.
A great song. Yeah, exactly. And to have it revolve around that is fantastic. Have that theme about it. It's really is a nice touch, and then to have the rest of it was just good. They had a really good soundtrack on there, and then the Zune at the end too was a nice touch too.
I was wondering who was going to bring up the Zune, because I'm surprised he not say this is an iPod. Making it a Zune is just even funnier.
That's the best. Yeah, absolutely. That's the funniest joke.
Yeah.
Because where the fuck did they get the new music for the second one, and then there's a Zune?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like,
of all the things, like there's a cassette player. Like, where does he get a cassette player from? Well, he has a cassette.
Well, he brought
from
it with
his
him. He
mom.
brought it with him. He brought it with him.
That cassette player has been through. Well, I guess never mind. Rocket, the way that he was repairing the machine, I guess. Because I was gonna say cassette players have been broken time and time again in this movie, and Walkmans have all been destroyed. And yeah, so. But I'll just shut up because seeing that fun little instrument that Rocket had, where he just pretty much just like a heat gun, just
Repairing the ship.
yeah, just repairs the ship. It's like, damn, yeah,
which was great.
that seems like a pretty easy fucking thing to do. Rocket had a really cool fucking battle sequence, by the way, too. Can I just bring that?
In the forest?
Yeah, actually, a lot of these battle sequences were really these cool. Yeah, the forest booby trap scene was really cool. I like that a lot. It was very. Rocket's just awesome like that. That's a shiny moment for him.
What the funny thing is that I know he's voiced by Bradley Cooper, but I can't tell that that's Bradley Cooper.
Well, they they enhance it.
Well, I know that. It just but sometimes you would have some sort of Bradley Cooper come out of the character, and I just can't. Like it's just they do a good job. This movie
the same
was
thing
really
with Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Which I don't know if I want to see tall Groot again. Baby Groot.
We're gonna get teenage Groot in the next one.
Do you think we're gonna get teenage Groot? We're not gonna get big Groot.
Did you stay for all 5?
No.
All
no.
5.
Oh, you didn't
No.
see Teenage Groot.
No, I did not see Teenage Groot, but I can Google it. So he's Teenage Groot now?
Well, in the one of the end credits, the 5 end credits, which is starting to become obsessive now, but
Sure.
he was teenage Groot. Quill comes into like his room and he's like, "You need to clean your room. What are you doing? Get off of that thing and go do your homework." And he's like, "I am Groot. I am Groot." And he's just like, you can tell he's a teenager.
Yeah, it was
And it's
good.
Really? Okay. Well,
That, and when the introduction
I mean,
of the new villain too. Well, I mean, I wanted to should talk about the end credit scenes a little bit later.
Yeah.
well, I mean, who's gonna be the new villain?
Well, this is speculatory, right? But we were talking about this previously. Pretty sure it's going to be Adam Warlock. And if I remember
Okay.
right, Adam Warlock is one of the arch nemesis of Thanos. And they just, because the Sovereign just at the end say, I've generated this new person. It's this new thing, and I'm going to call him Adam. Now, for those who maybe don't know, Adam Warlock was created in a lab, but Eric, you schooled me on this one. He was created in a lab by scientists, and he somehow ends up getting an Infinity Stone, and becomes an enemy of Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm assuming that he becomes a bad guy in the next movie, like he's the one that they fight until they come across Thanos, which, you know.
Which I'm surprised they haven't yet because the green chick is the daughter of
So
Thanos.
is the
Gamora.
blue chick.
Yeah, and so is Nebula. Yeah.
So it's amazing that they haven't that they haven't seen him yet.
Well, I think that it's going to make him that much more epic when he finally shows up in Infinity Wars with his fucking army.
Yeah.
Isn't it Josh Brolin that's playing him?
I don't know.
Everything's rumor at that. I don't know. I don't dig like some people do, because I feel that like those people who dig are the ones that give it the worst reviews. It's like, well, yeah, it's because you've spent about 8 months on the hype train here, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh yes, yes, and then you watch it, you're just like, well, that sucked. So like I can imagine that being for a lot of movies. That's probably the same people that were giving Guardians of the Galaxy 2 bad reviews, just because you were on board last year, finding everything about this fucking movie, about all the celebrities that are in this movie. Oh yeah, we can talk about that. All the celebrities that are in this movie. Can we? I have the list of all the.
Please, yeah.
So aside from the characters of seeing Sly and Kurt Russell, uh, you had Glenn Close was in a brief appearance, but she was in the first one, so I guess that's not really too much, though, right?
Yeah.
Steve Agee was one that I saw. Rob Zombie was in this movie.
Really?
Rob Zombie?
Yeah, Rob Zombie was Unseen Ravenger.
Unseen Ravenger.
Nice.
Seth Green, who played Howard the Duck.
I wanted to mention that, by the way. I wanted to say that. I forgot about it. The greatest Marvel character ever, Howard the Duck.
Yeah, that was
that was Howard the Duck,
so,
wasn't it?
So now get on the bandwagon for Howard the Duck movie, everybody.
We have to, because you guys have seen Howard the Duck recently, right? There's duck titties in it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
We had Ving Rhames. Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh, yeah, that's it then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michelle Yeoh was in that. Miley Cyrus. Like there was
Miley
Cyrus?
Yeah. David Hasselhoff. Obviously Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miley Cyrus plays Mainframe.
Who
the fuck was that?
She's the Mainframe computer voice.
Oh.
Was she? Oh, okay. I thought she was one of those yellow robots that fuck the blue guy.
No, but apparently she's gonna be doing this permanently now. Stan Lee again, of course.
Which I want to talk about. I want to talk about his scene, by the way.
Sure.
Go ahead.
It tells a lot. And it sort of hints at a few things. So, and Eric, I want you, because you're much more knowledgeable about this than I am. I'm knowledgeable. Those that he was with were the Watchers. Okay, the Watchers are the ones who their job is to tell the story of what's going on throughout the galaxy. Each one's sort of like assigned to a region, and they're not allowed to interfere. They just oversee what's going on. And the one that's involved with Earth does get involved a few times, which gets him in trouble, and he ends up being like the black sheep of the Watchers. So the fact that he's on their planet and telling these stories, it's theorized that maybe he's the same character in every single one of the movies, and he's telling the story to the Watchers, and the Watchers are now creating the story for us.
Wow, that's reaching.
Fucking metal,
I
bro.
don't. Well, maybe it's reaching, but still, at the same time, the fact that you have the guy who created the world that we're now living in, and watching Marvel, telling the stories to the watchers, who then relay the stories of all these planets.
It's not bad.
Valid, but oh,
That's not bad. I'm
That's
on
the
board.
best cameo. That's the best cameo he's done, and it's the biggest nod to comic book nerds like myself, who have a okay knowledge of the world, of the Marvel universe. The fact that you got Stan Lee, the guy who created everything, telling his stories to the watchers.
Yeah,
well,
That's
it's
just me being a nerd.
no. I think the ultimate respect that I think you can kind of give, in that to kind of have it go full circle. That yeah, it's charming. It's a nice
hmm
respectful kind of notation there. I like it.
That's an interesting theory. It'll be interesting if that actually pans out. I'll call bullshit, but hey, we'll see what happens. But okay, you know what? Let's get into our final reviews here. Ed, how much money would you pay to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
I would pay exactly what I did pay, which was full price, but not IMAX, not 3D. I went and saw it in 2D. The reason being is, unfortunately, this story does not move forward the rest of the Marvel Universe story. I thought it was good. I thought that they tried to force a few things, which I've gone over, but there's no mention of anything that has, you know, continuity for what's going to happen next. Which, in my opinion, is the reason you have that movie, was because the original one it was introduced because they had to be, and it was so huge. So then they made a second one. But the reason they exist in this universe is to finish the story against the war with Thanos. They had no real connection to that. So for that reason, I'm giving it full price, but I'm not giving it that extra bump for 3D or IMAX.
All right, Eric, how much money would you pay to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
I would definitely pay full price for this too. I'd be curious to see it in like some sort of super theater. I guess I know that there's different ones now, right? Isn't there one that's called like the Max or like I don't know. I think MJR is trying to do competitive thing to the IMAX. So they have new ones now that are supposed to be bigger, stronger, better, harder, faster, stronger, whatever the hell. And I'd be curious to see it in there. But yeah, solidly I would say full price, full regular price. It was it was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I thought everything about it was great. Um, Everything, Groot bringing back a severed toe, like everything. It was just unexpected parts. It was great. It just had fun with itself, and I enjoyed it very much. I'd recommend this movie, especially because, just like you said, I know that this movie had no purpose in any part of the series or anything. It was just a standalone movie. But yeah, it's a standalone movie. Like you probably have a newcomer just watch it on their own and have them follow it. It probably would mean more if they watched the original, or I mean, not the original, the part one, just so you can get kind of the origin story or know the characters a bit more. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a movie that did well enough that deserved a second, and now we're gonna get a third. I enjoyed the movie. Full price.
Um, Full price for me too. That's 3 full prices. If you haven't seen this, you gotta go see this. This is really good. This is this movie is what I've come to the point in my life now. And Eric, I don't know if you feel the same way I do, but I don't go out and buy Blu-rays hardly anymore. Very rare. Um, so this is one of the movies where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna spend money on a Blu-ray for this because I'm gonna see this multiple times. It's a really really solid movie. Movie Guys podcast, we don't really talk about all the ins and outs of movies when it comes to like visual effects. Not all the time, and this movie is gorgeous to look at.
It's very pretty.
Really very beautiful to look at. The editing is great. The sound mixing is great. Every little piece of the movie was very solid. Definitely full price on this one. So that'll be full price overall for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Boys, it's happening. I feel something inside that's changing. I feel like it wants to come out. It's a chest burster. Alien Covenant next week. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
All right, buddy. Keep it in your pants there.
Yeah. We understand that you got a boner for it.
And not only do I have a boner for that, but the official trailer of Blade Runner 2049 came out this week.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, this is Jordan's year, 2017. This is Jordan's year.
I'm excited. You know what? Like again, it's a lot of the movies that we've seen so far in 2017 have been very good. So I'm hoping that we can keep it up. There's some good movies.
Well, you know this is going to be the best year ever because at the end of the year, at Christmas, we're going to be reviewing The Last Jedi. So, come on.
I'm excited for that one too.
Best
I'm
year
super
ever.
excited about that.
It's gonna be a good one.
I mean, I have told myself a million times that I need to not be so ridiculous for the Alien Covenant review. So I'm going to try to keep my nerd boner down a little bit, fellas. A little bit. If I get too out of hand, you gotta metaphorically smack me here.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna go nuts. This movie's getting great reviews. So excited. But anyway, after Alien Covenant, folks, we always go, to let you guys know what's going on in the future. But after Alien Covenant, we have another big movie coming out, and that is Pirates. Dead Men Tell No Tales. I'm actually kind of excited to see that one too, to see what they're going to do with Javier Bardem because the man can do no wrong. So excited for that one as well.
Perfect.
I don't know about you guys, but yep. Anyway, make sure to check us out, of course, on Podbean, where you probably download this episode, or on our website, Movie Guys Podcast, where you download this episode too, which is movieguyspodcast.com. Podbean, search for Movie Guys Podcast on iTunes, Movie Guys Podcast. And also check out Be Real Network at Be Real Network on iTunes, on Podbean, and also on BeRealNetwork.com. But thank you so much for joining me, guys. Appreciate it. We'll be back next week for Alien Covenant. This is Jordan. Have a good night.
Later.